The front is looking like a struggle, but I'm gonna show you how I get that together. It is feeling very tight, as it should, and what's up everybody, it's Strange Hues and welcome back to my channel. Today, in the words of Cardi B, I'm going to be doing an interlocking tutorial on my year-long interlocks. I've been maintaining my hair the entirety of my lock journey, and I am not a perfectionist, I am not a stylist, I'm not a professional. So if you're watching this tutorial, take it with a grain of salt because this is how I interlock my hair. And as you can see, it's very fine, not very dense. And that is why I chose interlocking in the first place. There will be clips and bits that I add in here where you can see my hair not completely done, but I am 3/4 of the way done, and I wanted to go ahead and knock out most of it so I could feature this part in the tutorial. So a few things about my locks. I think I have about 140, 150. I have not counted since I started my journey. Also, the perimeter locks around my head are all thicker and bigger than the locks in the middle because I wanted to maintain the integrity of my edge line. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And also, I only interlock every 8 to 10 weeks. I really love to stretch it because, as you know, interlocking is like basically the knotting of the hair, and if you do it too much and too often, you could have some tension and breakage. So these are the 3 pieces I use when I'm interlocking my hair. This to cut through webbing, this to interlock, and this to smooth. I don't use a comb because my hands are flipped. I'm not good at that. This tool here, I know some people say you could have gotten another little tool for plastic, and I just was like, yeah, I need something that I'm gonna cherish and take seriously, and I've had this for the entirety of my, journey. I don't know why I just closed it, because I need it. So I showed you my 3 tools. I also use scrunchies and clips. They don't really quite come in handy, but sometimes they do. So what I'm gonna do is, because I'm doing this with y'all, is I'm going to start in the back, which is something I never do. I never start in the back. But you can see with this excess hair here that doesn't necessarily grow into my lock, I take a little bit of aloe vera, catch that, and I twist it around the base and smooth it in. After I finish the back and one side, I'm going to show y'all the full tutorial of this top left quadrant, because this is where I shine. Like, this side always looks really flat to me, but interlocking takes hours. It takes hours, and I'm not going to drag y'all through that whole process of the back. The back is a mess. I know it's a mess because I can't see it. I don't have one of those little back mirrors. I've always known that the back is going to be chunkier, thicker, bumpier. And that doesn't bother me. I know for some people, if you want symmetrical, professionally done locks, you have to go to a professional. I am not. I've cultivated my own set of locks because I'm just kind of having a carefree moment with my hair. So I'll be back in a few hours. So I noticed that sometimes I have webbing in between my locks, and what I will do is pop them, or I'll use this tool to kind of snip them. Let me see if I can. All right. So as you can see, this is my interlock. You can see there are no holes. It's not bumpy. So I take the tool and I put my hair through it like this and slide it back to secure or loop it to get a good grip on what I'm doing. And I only use a 2-point rotation. So I look at my hair and I section it off to see what direction I went last. So I can see this little opening here. So I would go down using my thumb as a guide, and I'd pull through. See that? Then I'd go this opposite way, and I'd always tug here to make sure I'm not going through a hole. bringing it through, bringing it back down. You see how I'm making sure that there is no movement? Pulling it back down, going back, making sure we don't snipe any other hair. Using my thumb as a guide, pulling it through. Show you another one. Pop, separate. All right. So you can see the opening from where I ended off my last retie. So I'm going to go through sideways, making sure that I see where the retie stopped. Pull through, go through the bottom, making sure to see where it stopped, pull through. And if you lose it, that's okay. You could just pull through like that. You see? You always want to make sure there's no place to go and that you're not going through the same hole over and over. So you see the demarcation between this hole I just did and this new stitch. Pull through. Same here, go through the center. Make sure you see that hole from the last way. Go through. And then one more time. Now I'm going to show you how to do an edge piece. I'm very sensitive about my edges and I've maintained them in the entirety of my lock journey. You get your edge piece and you determine what hair is going to go into that lock. So here you can see I have a lot of baby hair that I want to integrate into that lock. So I just do a little gentle twist motion. Just a little gentle twist, not too much. I'm not trying to break off my hair, but you see the hair is kind of joined in with the lock. I go through with my tool, loop my hair, bring it back and fold it so I can maintain control. And I like to go through the hair that I just added. Right? So you see it unravel from the twist. And then I go 2 points direction, always making sure I'm not going through the same hole twice. So you see here, that was the last hole I made. I'm making sure I'm not going through it again. Pull through, and I know I have room for one more, and I'm trying to decide which way I want to go. So then making sure there's a room, no tension, coming back through, and boom. That is how I secure little baby hairs into the lock. And they're gonna grow out. They always grow out. It's fine. All right, so it'll get interesting. Let me see, these are already done. And the way I know they're already done is I feel the bases knowing that they're taut, and that's how I know I already did them. When you are cultivating your own set of locks, do you, boo, do what's best for you. You can see I twisted it a little bit, and I'm coming through the middle, making sure I'm catching all of that little new hair that I twisted into it. See that little knot? And then I'll go back through, you see, making sure that I'm not creating a new hole. And that is low-key tight enough, but I'm gonna push it to the limit. I'm gonna see, yeah, I have room. I have room. But usually here is where I get a little nervous. And then you pull through. Boom. Okay. So I'll do a fast forward through these three. here's where we are so far. My hair is stretched, so it will shrink up. Like, don't let this fool you. It's only because I've been banding it back as I work on the other sections, but that's my little ponytail, and this is where we are so far. And yeah, that's really all it is to it. I'm just gonna put you in the mirror so you can see me bust through the rest. Alright, so that's where I am. This is the final look. As you can see, we still have edges. We still have a little bit of body. We still have a little bit of length that will shrink up overnight. Here's a look from the side. It's not super tight. It's not unbearable. Like, I can definitely move it around and go through the through the motions. It's very bouncy or whatever. I hope that tutorial was helpful. As I said before, I've been interlocking my own hair the entirety of my vlog journey, and I'm not a professional. I'm not a perfectionist, and it's not going to be perfect. I don't even know how it's going to grow out. I'm just kind of, gambling here, but I like the way it looks every single time I stretch it out, every single time I do it. Whenever I wash it, I even like when my roots get fluffy. I just have to maintain it because at some point the webbing becomes too much at the roots and I look very, I just look kind of scruffy for me, for my taste. So that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you next time. Peace.